morning, everyone. Yes, that was a very real yawn. Anyways, welcome back in to the farm. So, if you could not tell by the title, today's corn harvest day. I am so pumped. This is, in my opinion, the best day of harvest of all time. So, let's see. Actually, before we even do that, let me hop in the 4440 real quick. Let's hook up to the 9 shank real quick and get this guy working on a field for us. Because I would rather have at least a couple fields done so that it would not take us that long to actually be tilling up ground. So we will be plowing up the field. The field on the left of us, right here, the big wheat field. Also, if you look at our account, our savings did go down a little bit because, see, what is it called? Hold on. Let's see. Yep, looks good. Going ahead. Alright, that guy should be on his way soon. While that's happening, let's hop on the harvester. And let's get geared up for this. I think I'm gonna let this guy sit out here for a second, warm up a little bit while I get the 4840, sorry, up and running. Let's see. While this is happening, let's check out the 4240 or 4020. Okay, we could sell that for 30,000 as a collector's piece. I think that would actually be a really good investment, because then we could purchase a tractor that would be able to pull that disc. Okay, let's see. Alright, everything looks fine. That's connected. Want to make sure no bolts are sheared. Tires look good. I think we're set. Let's take this guy down onto the first field, which will be the smaller of the two cornfields that are going to be harvested. And we might be buying cows this month or whenever we are doing tillage. I would say preferably tillage, but I'm not very sure. You guys know what I'm saying? What a pretty setup. Okay, guys. Sorry. Sorry for that. I will come back with you all once we have... Man, I am apparently very tired. I will come back with you all once I have brought down both the wagons and the harvester down to the first field. Okay, everybody. We have arrived at the farm. So I am currently unfolding the combine. Well, no. We have not arrived at the farm, we've arrived at the field. So, let's see that real quick. Let's see. Hydraulics work. Header turns on, turns off. Let's start diving into corn. Man, this is my favorite type of harvest. And apparently yield is really bad. Wow. Oh my. I'm pretty sure we would get a better yield off of soybeans, like fully fertilized, than we would off of this corn. Oh my. Yeah, we are gonna make barely any money off of this. Jesus. Man, there is... Okay, I mean, we're getting slightly better yield, but we're still using... If we're only getting 73%, that means that we're losing 27. Right? Does that math check out? Because, yeah, that should. I'm not sure how that exactly works in this game, but I'm pretty sure if you only get that amount, then that means you're losing the other percentage that you don't get. On fully fertilized corn, you'd be getting, I think at some points, like 16 tons per acre, whereas now we're getting around 10. And in that really bad stretch, we were getting around 8. So we'd be getting sometimes double that, honestly. Also, guys, this will be on the day that I'm recording this. The next day will be my birthday. So, yeah, this will be almost like a birthday special, if I had to say. You know? So we're hitting a little bit better stretches. I'm happy I got all our ground looked at in terms of, sorry, I forget what it's called. In terms of soil sampling. Also, sorry guys, let me pull out my phone here real quick. If I go to YouTube Studio, I have gained a decent amount of subscribers. I've gained at least like three of them. So I would like to shout out, I don't know how to say it, Hexy, LO, or IO the Gamer. Thank you. You have replied or commented on 2 of my videos. So I just wanted to point out that I am very happy that you are responding, or not responding, just putting my videos into the algorithm. Obviously, you know, if you've watched any YouTube before me, you've known that the algorithm is stated like a million times. You're like, oh, if you do this, get into the algorithm, yada yada yada. However, it genuinely does help. And I have figured this out, because now that I've hit 10 subscribers, apparently my videos are being pushed a lot more. Which is nice, because I can see that it is from the amount of views that I'm getting. Because if I'm averaging around 20-ish views every single video, off of 3 videos, that's 60 views, which is huge for me. And then, also, come down in the comments, would you like to see me potentially be playing Madden or college football or anything like that? Personally, I would love to. I am a very huge football person. I play football in real life for my school team. I'm in middle school, by the way. But it is just such a big part of my life. So I would like to know if you guys would like to see anything on it. Anything like that. I think we were getting better yield off the wheat than we are off the corn. I'm pretty sure we'd be full by now. Yeah, we'd definitely be full by now. So, I am just so thankful for anybody who watches my videos. And all of y'all's support is pushing me to produce these videos and anything like that. Oh, hold on. Let me turn off that beacon for you guys. I'm sure it's blocking your way. Sorry about that. Alright. Once we finish this headland, I think I'll put it on a worker. Or I'll just say a farmer's or a neighbor's kid. Yada yada yada. See, we're only getting 8 tons per acre on this low side. Okay, so from this, it wants me to do 2 headlands. So let's see. So if I do something like this, put on a worker, hit go. And while that's happening, let me get the steering assist. Or not the steering assist, the... Come on, man. I believe in you. You got this. What are you doing? What in the world is going on? What the... What the... What are we doing? What is this guy doing? Unless he's trying to make everything nice and even. Hold on. Okay, I will come back with you all once I have figured out what this guy's actually doing. Alrighty. Alrighty, everybody. We have gotten our first full load of corn. So we will be taking this to the... Oh, my friend Jacob texted me. Okay. Anyways. Oh, jeez. Come on, don't get stuck. Come on, don't feel me, don't feel me, don't feel me, don't feel me, don't feel me. This is why we need a stronger tractor. I think I should have taken it at an angle instead of going head on. Come on, please. Please. Is it because it keeps trying to shift up? Honestly, if we just stayed in first gear. Hold on, guys. Let's see. Let me change the thing real quick to manual. So that we're able to actually get out of this mess. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having to shift into first and third, then second, all that jazz. Okay, we're out of the field. Do 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 do. All right. See, that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm joking, by the way. I have no clue what I'm doing. I just shifted the gears in a way that made sense. Yeah. Turn on the beacons, and I'm gonna just run. If there's a car coming, that sucks, but I'm not trying to be stuck on the road. You guys know what I'm saying? However, yeah. Oh. Jeez, that car couldn't, like, wait until we got farther down. guess not. Actually, really quick, guys, let's check prices. What is corn selling at? What is it? Oh, it's best selling now at the would be sell point, which is the elevator. Okay, so we're selling corn this month then. Well, that's something. That's actually really nice because we have to travel a lot less then. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm not waiting a whole year to go sell corn. Actually, hold on, that is not the right way. Let's do it like this. By the way, this is not at all how you should ever drive. Do not just run through random property. But this is Farming Simulator, so it does not really matter, honestly. Okay, while this is selling, let me text my friend real quick. Okay. Wow. This is a lot more money than I thought we would get. So if we were to sell the 4020, it would make a lot more money off of... Wow, 35 off of that? Huh. Okay, real quick, I'm going to... If I could find it, I think it's under this... Where is it? Yeah, here we are. Bang, bang. Okay, let me buy that real quick. So now we can transport equipment. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I said sorry, but now we can transport equipment on the trailer. And from there, I will take the 4020 to go sell and make money off of that tractor. You guys know what I'm saying? Okay, so we have arrived at the field, so I'm gonna shut that off, hop in the truck to grab the let's see real quick. How's the 4440 doing? Okay, it's on its third headland, it looks like. So that's nice, actually. You guys know what I'm saying? Man, I cannot get enough of how beautiful this truck is. Actually, we won't even have to do that. We could probably just get in the 4020 and just run and go sell it real quickly. Thing is, I don't really want to sell this tractor just because how nice it is. Like, you're telling me you wouldn't want to drive this? And I would, it's just we have so many fields that it would not be beneficial for us economically to own this third tractor when we could potentially buy a different third tractor by selling this one for much more than it actually is worth. And it'll be able to pull larger pieces of equipment. So that's my thought process behind all of this. But you guys can always let me know what you think. So, let's see. There's the trailer, so that means we're right here. Don't have any beacons, so this isn't very street legal. Oh, it doesn't have any turn signals either, so this is entirely unstreet legal. If I think it's street illegal. I don't know if that's a word. I'm just kind of going with the flow here. So, I do know that if you do bring the tractor to where the heck? Oh, I think it's at the door. Yeah. If you bring it here, you get extra money. Yeah. So 192. With this, go into the tractor that we wanted to buy. This one. Have it, if we just have it plain chip tuned. Don't need that yet. We could do that. Yeah, we could already buy the tractor. Yeah, if we did this, I want to see which one looks better. I kind of like the Vederston one. So then if we did this, we could sell off. Sorry, I'm not trying to, trade a lot of equipment, but we do that. Do this. Would be able to afford to put that on. We could afford to put that on. And that already looks relatively good in my opinion. Let me add a buddy seat. Sorry guys, this is my thought process. Alright, so we can have this, and then we could put the 4440, take that off and put, or 4840, put that on the 13 shank and pull that. Alright guys. This is the, oh, hold on, can I jump in that? No. Alright guys, I will come right back with you in a moment. Alright everyone, I am back. If you could not tell. Sorry, I don't know where my thought process was going. Yeah, tractor has been bought. Look at this thing. Look how pretty she is. She's pretty. It fires right up. Let's see. Beacons work. That works. Okay. Let's see if we can go grab the wagons and hook up to them. So this tractor has 300 horsepower, so we should be able to grab a disc and pull it behind this. Uh-oh. But, yeah. So we will hook this up to the wagons so we'll have more power to pull them. We'll hook up the 4840 on the Ripper 13 shank and we'll get that running. Move this real quick and let it warm up. And I wonder how well this moves when it's actually full. You know? You can't tell me this doesn't look like a really good setup. Man. So since we're gonna be doing tillage, I think I'm gonna pop the duals on this tractor really quick. Okay guys, I will see you all once I make it back to the farm. Okay everybody, we have arrived back at the farm. I decided to not put the duals on as I believe that would take a little bit too much time, personally. So we are gonna head out and get this guy on the other field. So we'll see if I can potentially be able to fit the Ripper. I don't know why I keep calling it a Ripper. But okay, bang! Just like that, we fit it here perfectly. Alright, let's see. Come on. Is it gonna work? And just like that, he is off. Alright, cool. So, that's happening. So let's hop in here and get right back onto harvest. So, let's see. While this is happening, I'm gonna check YouTube Studio real quick. Let's see. Total of 72 views, 3 total hours of watch time. That's actually awesome. Thank you guys a lot for that. It truly does mean a lot to me. So that's happening. While that is working, let's see. Can we find a bigger corn head that isn't... Oh. Well, here's one. It's 10 meters. I think that'll be our next investment. Or could buy something like this. I'm not sure. I have a lot more corn headers than I thought I did. So the choice of a case combine was definitely the right one. Excuse me. I just burped. I don't know if y'all heard anything about that. But the yields are gonna be so low. I think we have a good enough harvester. We just need bigger headers. Because the bean head is only around 28 feet. So we probably could invest in the 10.6 meter one that I was talking about. I don't know. Just to jog y'all's memory a little bit about corn harvest or just overall harvests. So you might not be able to see it, but all the way down, we have that entire cornfield on the very top of your screen, that brown area. That is the second cornfield that we will have to harvest. It's gonna be pretty crazy. You guys know what I mean. So, we have that 300 horsepower tractor, which should open up more areas in terms of planting or anything like that. So I can check the market and see if I can look at any potential better planters real quick. Let's see. Anything for 300 horsepower could potentially, not these, not this. This could work. I could do this. I don't really want to do this, so I think this one would have to be our best bet for a new planter. So let's see. This, that's too much. I think we'll just do the seeds, and then we'll have the actual sprayer. But yeah, so that'll be the planter that we invest in once we actually have the money for it. You guys know what I'm saying? I'm not sure actually about, let's see. Do we have any bean fields? Okay, this one is. Okay, now, if we go to growth, that one's harvested. What are there any ready to harvest bean fields? This one. Ah, it has the bad texture. I do not like the texture of these beans, honestly. I like ones that preferably look more realistic. Not these ones. But we get what we get from giants, I suppose. Honestly, I think the bean texture in FS22 was better. Because then it actually looks like a normal plant, I guess. Now, obviously I haven't been on an actual farm, so I might be entirely wrong. But that's what I know so far. So harvest is going pretty good, I have to say. No problems, haven't ran into anything bad. Moisture is at 19%, but that doesn't actually change. Let's see. 186, bro. That's just not how it works. No, no. I really want a PC so that I just have way more access to so many more options and mods. But I do believe I have already stated this. I'm just not very sure if I actually have or not. Alrighty. That tractor in the distance. I will never get over that. So, on Farming Simulator, I have a save game with, I think, a little bit over 100 hours played in it, which is absurd in my opinion. But with that comes heavily used tractors, of course. So I have that same tractor. It's on the Louisiana map, which I forget who made it, but they did such an amazing job with that map. Anyways, as I was saying, they made that map. I have that same tractor. It has around 30 real life hours put into it. And I don't even really use it that much. I would normally hook up my, because I think that was probably my first big investment in that farm. So I had to pay off a $3 million debt. So I just did this with one of my friends. So, sorry to keep getting off track, but did that. It was my first big investment, and it was so nice because I just put it on a worker and just let it run for hours upon hours while I was doing other tasks around the farm. Also, you see how much clearance I'm getting off of the auger with a pipe extending out? That is amazing. But yeah, the thing I don't like is that you can't really tell if it's actually over or not. You have to kind of guess. Sorry about that, I had to yawn. So, the one nice thing. Sorry about the about the bad voice. I have a pretty sore throat today, even though it is my birthday, which is interesting because, let's see. So in earlier recordings of this episode, I will say at some point that tomorrow's my birthday. Well, I got really tired. I went to bed. I'm in middle school, by the way. I went to bed at 8:30 because I was just wrecked, honestly. So I went to bed really early, and because of the hate, I was able to actually wake up on time. But I got to skip school today, which is a very generous act by my mother. I'm very happy I have her. But oh, right there you could see the 4440 working at this field. What a sight, man. Man, that is so awesome. Okay. Let me pull up my. Yep, this is the field that we need to be working on. So I'm gonna see real quick if instead of this, I just want to get it straight on a worker. See if it'll run without me. It should. Saving. Also, while you guys were gone, I made sure that the 4440 finished up. This was the original P field, but it has been tilled. Let's see. Alright. That guy's working. Let's pull down. Oh man, this thing pulls the wagons like a champ. Now, obviously, it hasn't been fully loaded, but you guys know what I mean. And so every full load that we get is going straight to the elevator. Because it is currently the highest price it will be in a while to sell corn, which is weird. I don't think you would expect the highest price to be right around harvest time, because that's when the most corn would be put into the market. But I'm not sure. Ugh. I'm gonna set the cruise control down and see if we can catch the harvester on the headland and start unloading it. Because once we do that, oh, what's he up to now? Is he stopped? Nope. Does not appear to be so. Ah, the augers on the inside. Dang, man. Let's see. While that's happening, let's see. Let's look. So if we do this one, soil samples, we're gonna make 47,000 off of that. Made 63 off that. If we were to sell the alfalfa here, we would have made 14. The wheat off this field, we would have made 22. we wouldn't make anything off this because, yeah, whatever. See, this much if we were to sell what we made off that. 13. This one. How many? Yield, alright, 42. 34, 152. Okay. So, since we do have that now, we can pull either this Landall or this Diamond Disc. I think I would like this. I don't really want a mulcher. I'd much rather have just the disc. But this is shallow cultivation. So I could use this. I could pull it on top of the rippers and make a seed bed probably. Because this could split apart the big chunks of land. But this is also 80 grand. And I don't really know. Let's see, so if that would have to happen, well, we have 300 horsepower, so we can make things work. Could do this. Could buy that. This one's 385, 500, 630. This one would most likely be the biggest one we can get. No, that's 9. Let's see. Cultivator. I'm not sure. We have that. See, this is what is hooked up to the 4440, and this is what's hooked up to the 4840. Or I guess that would be what's actually hooked up to them. So we could buy this. Here's the Ripper. It's interesting. I think this is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 shank. Then there's this one. Man, there are so many options, but also barely any options. And then if we were to purchase a grain cart, we would most likely be purchasing this extended reach. Not with duals. There's Midas. Probably use like this one. Okay, have the patriotic one. Yeah, we do the 1175 bushel. 100% of tarp. I'm not trying to have my grain get wet or dirty, or any more dirty than it would be. And we would have the horsepower to pull this, but we wouldn't have really anything to load into. Oh shoot! Oh, we're gonna have to run through the corn. Oh wait, crop destruction is on. Doesn't really matter. Come on, don't fail me, don't fail me, don't fail me, don't fail me, don't fail me. Please, please, please. Come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby. Yes, yes, yes. Vamos! So, with my birthday, my mom was very kind, and she got me, I love Legos, by the way, and I love airplanes, so she bought me the Concorde Lego set. That is just so cool, in my opinion, because the actual Concorde itself, obviously it's one of the most recognized planes, especially supersonic ones, of all time, if I were to say, probably. Something around there. So we'll let this guy finish the first headland. And I think we'll follow him, maybe. Maybe not, I don't know. Okay, he's turning around. So hopefully he'll continue that way. Yes, let's go. Heck yeah. And with that, we have much more room. Oh, we're at the first practice pool. Forgot about that. No. Okay, 20,000. Okay, while this is happening, oh wait, I was gonna set up the wagons, but we won't need to. Okay, everybody. I think I will come back with you once I have reached once the wagons are full and we have reached the point where we need to sell. Okay, everybody. We have filled up the 2 wagons and are now working on heading to the elevator. Real quick, let's see. Have I done anything? Nope. Uh-oh. Alright. This tractor is definitely pulling the wagons better, I'd say. If I were to say anything about them. There is still definitely room for improvement, but I mean, a lot of things can be better than pulling 2 fully loaded wagons of corn at very slow speeds with a 4840. Because this tractor actually has air conditioning, unlike the other one. And it is cabbed, so this is most likely a better tractor to lime fields with than the 4840. But the 4440 will be staying on the farm for a very, very, very long time. In fact, you can see it right there. Working, trying to get the whole field tilled up. And hopefully 4840 is doing good work on the secondary wheat field. So this field will need to be tilled up, so I'll most likely put the 4840 on that, or the 4440. The 48 is what I'm going to start referring to, the 4840. The 48 will be put on field 27 once we're done harvesting there. And then the 44 will be put on 25 and 26, each respectively. So in this one, we kind of really didn't exactly need the tractor, but it was definitely a nice upgrade from the 4840. So we take small victories when and where we can get them, especially in the business of farming. You never really get that much money in the grand scheme of things. So, here at the elevator, perfect. Come on, big money, big money, big money. Big money, big money, big money, big money. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, while these are selling, let's see, if we were to buy a semi, probably be something like this, I would say. This semi would be perfect. I mean, we could always upgrade it in the future to make it have 650. This, we could have a sleeper potentially on the back, which is probably what I would do. Could do that. Logo and bumper, I kind of like that. I don't know. There are a lot of designs. Okay, we are at 38. So I'm not sure how much we've made off of this field, but I know it's a lot. Okay, everybody. I will come back with you once we have our second load of corn ready to hit the elevator floor. Or the elevator floor. I have no clue. Okay, everybody. Sorry for that little stuttering error. But we are back. I literally just finished filling up this load here. So, let's head down to the elevator. Now, from my recording standpoint, this episode has been very, very long. So, I think I might just end up cutting to the end of corn harvest when I'm done with that field. And yeah, I'll just cut to the end. So I'll sell this load with you guys, and then I will cut to the end of harvest like I've said many times before. Yeah, so my last video flopped. It only got 9 views, and I know that it flopped because I uploaded it too late in the day. On my other videos, I've uploaded, I think, sometime around noon. Towards that one, I uploaded around 10 p.m. So either that video was just not worth it to watch at all, or I just absolutely uploaded it at the wrong time. So that's most likely my fault. Well, in fact, it is my fault. Y'all can't really change anything about that. But so I did download a cultivator mod right here. And it's not a shallow cultivator. It's that, probably do something like that. No. Nope. Do you guys see this though? 72,000 total. I have 34 or 35 off of that load. So we've made around 70-ish. No, not 70. 105 off of corn already. So we're gonna make more off this than we did off of the wheat harvest. And I think we harvested much more wheat. but that's just kind of what happens, I suppose, whenever you're harvesting crops that are not worth value. So, yeah, I will cut back with you guys. Sorry, come back. Oh my days. I will come back with you all once we have finished harvest and I am driving everything back to the farm. Okay, everybody. I have arrived back at the farm. So, we have made it back, obviously, you know. So, let's see if we head in here real quick. Where did I... Yeah. See if I put it there, I'll fire up the 8400. Hook this guy up to... Hey dogs, be quiet, please. Penny, Chewy, stop it. Yes, I have 3 dogs. Their names are Penny, Chewy, and Gracie. Penny and Chewy sleep with me. Gracie sleeps with my parents. So... Yep. So this will be the tillage setup for larger fields. So next episode we will begin tillage. So whenever we need to start everything up, hydraulics work perfectly. It goes down, it goes up. Oh shoot, I should not have done that. Oh well, yeah, so this is how it's gonna be looking. Now hopefully this tractor says it has 300 horsepower, but again, I'm not very sure on how actually good it will pull. We need to start putting these alfalfa bales to use, in my opinion. Because we cannot stay here. Penny, Chewy, please be quiet. We cannot have them sitting there for that long and just have them rotting. We need to put them to work. So, next episode we will also be buying cows. It is confirmed that we will be buying cows. Yes, 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 yes. I'll pop this guy right here. So, yeah, let me shut this guy off. Yeah, I didn't even need to do that. Alrighty. So this is the, I guess, daily commute to and from work. I'll keep that open because I'll park the tractor in there in a moment. I'm going to take a picture for a thumbnail in a moment. So, alright. Oh, come on. Alright, tell me what your, in the comments, tell me what was the best and worst part of the video and what can I improve on. I would love feedback. So from myself, thank you all for watching, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.